Thank you for coming. It's such a pleasure to see such a unique beauty. Let me tell you how I think we should proceed. I'll describe the job, and then, if you're interested, we'll discuss particulars. I was so amazed that it had come out of Australia, really. It really is a script that I would have expected to find in London, coming out of Europe, because it's sort of left of centre to a certain extent, and there's such an economy in the way that she writes that I love. I love that we keep film, and television. Television can be quite talkative, and films is about those silences, you know. So I got that and I read it, and I wanted to know who she was and who was directing it. It turned out she was directing it, so I thought that was interesting. I loved the character that they approached me for, which was Clara, and I just thought, I wonder what it's like to be inside that world, which was always why I started watching films in the first place, why I fell in love with musicals, because there was such a concrete world, and it was like if I watched it, I could get in it or something. And so to be in the world of Sleeping Beauty, for me, was something that I was just really fascinated by. I did a lot of research in terms of the sort of work she might have done. She probably was a Sleeping Beauty. She probably was, did a lot of that sort of work and has built a business. So really and truly, by the time Clara came to me, she was a businesswoman. So I really went into looking. I read a lot of Madam books and you know, great books. One book called Whip Smart, which came out of New York, which was about a girl that worked in a brothel and slowly built her own business. So I did a lot of that, but ultimately it comes down to On the Day with Emily. And it's always that human thing that I'm much more interested in. While she's there, she's offering something, but when she's gone, we didn't want any trace of her. We wanted it to be always about Emily and those characters. And so we sort of looked at that, and we looked at the idea of her being someone that offers a service. And while she's there, she's a tender ear to whatever is required, but ultimately she's a businesswoman and very good.
Well, Emily Browning, it's a very physical performance for her. Were you concerned at all about what she had to go through?
I suppose I did get concerned, actually, because it was such... In those sort of scenes, I think it's far easier as an actor to be inside them, because you can make it about something else in your head. It's only outside that it looks whatever is going on. But the thing is about Emily is she has an incredible resilience, and those sort of roles, she was very clear what she was doing. We were all very clear about the film we were making. That sort of lent her a great fortitude, internal fortitude, and I go, oh God, is she all right? But of course she is. She was fine. She was great. She was just in it, boots and all.
Well, the film was selected to play at Cannes, which
That's
is
right.
in competition, a tremendous honour. Can you tell me about taking the film to France?
Yeah, I mean, it was an extraordinary, like you say, honour and privilege to be amongst those filmmakers. I mean, they are craftspeople, and to be amongst their number was just, I mean, have you ever been?
No, one day, I hope.
Yeah, one day you must go.
Probably not in competition, but...
Yeah, well, whatever capacity, go. But why not have the lofty ideal of going in competition? Why not? You know, that's the thing about Cannes, is it's open to... I mean, here we were a fully funded Australian film for the first time in 10 years with other films like Terence Malick, Tree of Life, and, you know, films from China and Israel. You know, it's really, those festivals are about global storytellers, and yeah, it was just incredible to be there. It was dazzling, actually. I mean, it's such an event. You know, it was shot at Fox Studios. You know, I'm a Sydney girl. I trained here, and so to come back here with this festival and to be in competition is, you know, just great acknowledgement for the film, really, and great for Australian films to be in Australian festivals, I think.
It's not a game.
You are very beautiful, very talented. But we're going to make you even more beautiful, even more talented. You'll feel profoundly restored. Good night.